What's good, family? It's your boy Byron, CEO of Self-Rise Enterprise, and we are back with another video today. And today we're going to be talking about the life of Tupac Shakur. We're going to break his life down, life before fame, and we're going to break down from year 1971 to year 1989. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get it, man. Matter of fact, let me know your favorite Tupac song before we get started. Let's get it. Okay, so Tupac Shakur was born in 1971 by Afeni Shakur in East Harlem, New York. Tupac did not know his father. His father was a Black Panther. Tupac always thought that his father was dead, right?
I thought my father was dead for all my life, really? Except after I got shot, I looked up and there was this nigga that looked dead on me, and he was my father, so I found out. We still ain't take no blood test, but I mean, a nigga looked like me, and then the other nigga is dead. So to me, it's like I'm past the father thing. You know what I mean? But I do want to know him, and I do know him. We do talk, and he did help me when I was locked down. He did come visit me, and it's all love. But I'm past that.
So then we go off to 1983. Tupac was still living in New York from 1971 to 1983, right? At the time, he's 12 years old in 1983. So let's talk about it. Why was Tupac so prolific? Why was Tupac so great at what he did at such a young age? Why was he able to spark the brain in young people in his generation, in the next generation, and in the next generation, right? Because I am that next generation. I was born in 1994. So the generation that he was talking to me. He was talking to my people. He was talking to somebody like me, anybody in my age group, anybody born in the 90s. Coming up, and then anybody under me that's like my son, you know. So being able to cultivate talents at a young age, let's talk about that, right? So in 1983 he enrolls into the Raising of the Sun. Okay, if anybody has read the book Raising in the Sun, he played Travis Younger in the Raising of the Sun, and basically he had got a round of applause, and that was able to extend his love for acting because he performed at Apollo Theater. If anybody knows if anybody knows about Apollo Theater, you know that it's high level. It's class A. It's class A performance if you get to perform there, right? So when Tupac was able to see all these greats around him, and he also understood that he had great responsibility. His name, Tupac Shakur, he was named after an Inca chief who fought against, or what he would do is he fought against anybody. They fought against anybody that tried to harm their people. So he was a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? His name, he was already built with big responsibilities, and it was already in him from a young age. You know what I'm saying? So then we go off into 1986. Tupac moves to Baltimore, and when he moves to Baltimore, you know, they're poor. They're very poor. You know what I'm saying? But they always kept a sense of pride. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna keep going in the family, right? So when he went to Baltimore, he enrolled into the School of Arts. Now, if anybody knows this fact, they'll know that this is where he met Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett is the wife of Will Smith. Everybody knows that, right? This is where he met her in Baltimore in 1986 when he was 15 years old. That's crazy, man. But basically, this is where he was able to sharpen his skills. This is how he was able to spark the world. This is how he was able to become who he was, right? This isn't what made him, but this is a big part of why he was so successful later on in his life.
So we moved to Baltimore, which was total ignorance town to me. I mean, Baltimore has the highest rate of blacks killing blacks in the country. For the Baltimore School of Performing Arts. And I started to have good luck time. I loved my classes. We were exposed to everything. Theater, ballet, listen to different types of music. songs that became the soundtrack to my life. And my homeboys' high school, it's not like that. They don't have trips to go see this Broadway play, and they don't read things we were reading, and they didn't know what I was talking about when I was like, yo, Shakespeare is dope. They don't have the same experiences that we had. The art school I went to was mostly for white kids and rich minorities. So I started going, damn, man, I would have been a totally different person had I not been exposed to these things.
Basically, this is where he was able to sharpen his skills. This is how he was able to spark the world. This is how he was able to become who he was, right? This isn't what made him, but this is a big part of why he was so successful later on in his life, right? I studied this, and when I realized this is about any great talent. If you start from a young age and you know what you're doing, if you're doing rapping, if you're doing acting, if you're studying your craft, it's gonna pay off in dividends in the future. You know, big dividends in the future, you know? So then when they moved to Marin City in 1988 in California, I believe that's like 5 miles outside of San Francisco, I'm not sure, right? When he moved to Marin City, all those years of preparing his craft paid off because that was a city that was going to expose him, and that was going to be the city to create him. And Tupac even said it, Marin City, Oakland, California, that part of California, that's what he repped, that's what made him, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and that's true, because that's where everything took off for him at, you know what I'm saying? Also, this is a fact that just came out. Master P went on tour with Tupac because Master P, everybody know Master P, man. If you don't, he was basically the CEO of No Limit Records back in the days, and he had a black-owned music company that was one of the biggest to ever do it. That's, you know what I'm saying? And so he was able to go on road with Tupac back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Like, not in 88, but more so in the 90s when Tupac was a little bit more on, you know what I'm saying? But when I found that fact out, I thought that was cool, man, you know what I'm saying? And so in 1989, Tupac drops out of school at, he drops out of school and he starts selling drugs, but that doesn't work. He doesn't know how to do it. So then Layla Steinberg, he meets Layla Steinberg. And Layla Steinberg is basically that door to something that's already great. She didn't make him, she didn't make him any better. Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. She did make him better. He was already good, but she made him better as far as poetry and just understanding different levels of understanding with books and overstanding with certain topics that we couldn't digest, you know what I'm saying, by ourselves. You know, he was able to take it there, right? So Layla Steinberg was that door, but we're not gonna go ahead and give it all away. Layla Steinberg was definitely someone who was a teacher, someone who was a door to his life, and she was someone who represented where opportunity meets preparation, right? So if you're good at something, if you do something and you're good enough to where someone can see your worth, they'll recommend other people, right? And so that goes to say, be prolific, craft your goals now at a young age. If you're young, craft your goals. You know what I'm saying? Because later on in life, like 22, 23, you could be in a movie, you could be acting, you could be doing things that you want to do, but you have to start from a young age. And if you skip that and you pass 25 and you 30, hey, you know what I'm saying, you still got time, but you know what I'm saying, it's really more important that you started in your younger age, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, Layla Steinberg was definitely the plug. Let's call it a plug, you know what I'm saying? Layla Steinberg was the plug, man. Layla Steinberg was the plug. We all need, everybody say self-made. Everybody needed someone to elevate in life. You know what I'm saying? Everyone needed someone to elevate in life. You may have took the stairs, but on the way, you know what I'm saying, you needed resources to make shit happen. You feel me? So, that's why it says your network is your net worth. You know what I'm saying? And so, in 1989, that's when shit was about to pop off. Tupac was about to see the top of the world, man. And we're going to discuss that more in Life with Fame. So if you guys are interested in Life with Fame, make sure you go check that out Okay, we're about to drop Life Before Fame right now. You know what I'm saying? If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Basically, this video basically just explains, like, whatever you do, man, apply it now. Apply it early in life. Set your goals now. Start doing things now, so then when it's time to actually go out into the world and do those things, because when he dropped out of school, you know what I'm saying, he didn't really have too many options as a young black male. You know what I'm saying? The odds were stacked against him. So we got to keep that in mind too. You know what I'm saying? We have to prepare ourselves if our people can't put us on, because his mom made sure he had the knowledge to go on in life, to be who he was. So yeah, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I hope y'all like this video. I appreciate everyone who watched this video. And yeah, man, I'm going to see y'all on part 2 of Life with Fame. Thank you.